Welcome back to Tap the Potential's annual strategic planning series. This is part 2 of 2. If you missed the episode from last week, go back and listen to that first before you tune in to this episode. I'm your host, Dr. Sabrina Starling. I'm the business psychologist at Tap the Potential. I'm our founder, and I am happily working about 10 hours a week. And if that is something that you want to work towards, I strongly encourage you to book a call with our team and let's talk about making this possible for you. You can book a call at tapthepotential.com, and you just go to the homepage and you'll see that link right there to book a call. And we would love to support you in making sure that 2026 is a healthy year for you as an owner of a growing business. Because let's face it, as we grow these businesses, it is way too easy for the business to take over our lives. And at Tap the Potential, we are all about you having more time for what matters most and more money in your bank account than ever. And here is our guarantee to you. When you join our Better Business, Better Life program, within 30 days, we will shave 10 hours off your work week. You will be going home at a set time each day, 5 o'clock or sooner, fully unplugging from work, and you will be taking your weekends off, fully unplugged within 30 days in our Better Business, Better Life program. Our clients in our Better Business, Better Life program are experiencing a 7x increase in their time off. They are more than doubling their profit. They're increasing owner's pay by 55%. And this is on average within the first year with us. So if you want 2026 to be very different and so much better, book a call at tapthepotential.com and let's get you on your way. Okay, so now we're going to dive in to the strategic planning. And again, I really encourage you to find a quiet place and set aside a couple of hours over the next week to do this deep thinking and reflection. If you have been listening to us on the podcast, there's a good chance you did strategic planning with us last year. Go find your strategic planning workbook from last year and your journal and look back at what you wrote and really use that as a touch point to reflect on this past year and the year ahead. So today's episode is all about designing intentionally for 2026. And I want to remind you that this is all about mindset. Our circumstances can be completely terrible, quite frankly. And if we have a good mindset and we know that we are taking steps to take care of ourselves so that we can be as healthy as possible, and that we are taking actions that align with our intentions, and we are taking those actions consistently that align with our intentions, then we are on track to experience what we want to be experiencing in our businesses and in our life. Small steps forward, taken in a consistent direction, lead to big change over time. So we have to be intentional with our small steps. Are we taking small steps that lead to the vision that we have created? Or are we just taking random small steps to survive from day to day? If you're just taking survival action and you have no intention, no clear outcome of what you're driving towards, guess what? You're just going to spin your wheels and we'll be back here again next year and you're going to be frustrated with the outcome. So I want to save you from that. So make sure you have your strategic planning workbook downloaded. Go to tapthepotential.com/plan and get this downloaded. Okay. So we are going to start with designing the new. And look in your workbook at the Wheel of Life. And you'll notice that Wheel of Life has different sections. There's a place for finances, for spirituality, for your important relationships, for your career development, your personal development. And you'll have the opportunity to rate your satisfaction in each area. And here is a spoiler alert. Okay. If you are experiencing low satisfaction in several areas or more than one area on the wheel, each area where you're not happy, you're not fulfilled, is out of alignment with your immutable laws, your core values. So one of the most impactful things that you can do as you start to design for 2026 to be more intentional is to identify your immutable laws. And if you're in our Better Business, Better Life program, you know your immutable laws. We've guided you through that. And look at what can you do to bring each area on this wheel of life into alignment with your immutable laws. So if your immutable laws were being fully expressed in this area where you have a low rating, what would be going on? So that is like a shortcut to experiencing life at a 10, is to really clarify what those immutable laws are and identify what needs to be happening to bring your experience of that area of your life into alignment with your values, your top values. So if you don't know your immutable laws, there are two very powerful questions to help you identify your immutable laws. And that is, what's made you feel proud? Because whatever has made you feel proud reflects a core value. And it can be something that happened in your business. It can be something that happened in your personal life. Maybe your kids did something that has made you feel proud. Identify the value that's being expressed in whatever it is that's made you feel proud. And then identify, when have you felt ticked off recently? So anything that has really ticked you off has violated an immutable law. So identify the value that's been violated. Our anger is a sign that our values are being violated. And so when you identify your values in that way, you're moving closer to having your immutable laws. And then those become really powerful tools to help you on that wheel of life as you're designing for each area to bring it into alignment so that you will feel peace in these areas of your life. Okay, so at the same time, in the strategic planning workbook, there are questions that really focus you on some key aspects of your business. And if you followed us for a while, you know in our Better Business, Better Life program, we guide you through implementing the Tap the Potential solution. A key component, there's 4 key components in the Tap the Potential solution. We're going to touch on 2 of them here today. One of them is identifying the business sweet spot. And if you don't know the sweet spot of your business, you're really missing out on tremendous ease that can be created in your business and profitability. That is the number one gap that we see in our business owners who start working with us, is there's been a lot of struggle because that sweet spot has not been identified. And so some signs that you don't have a clear sweet spot in your business: you feel price pressure. You feel that pressure to lower your prices, even though your cost of business is going up and up and up. You feel like no one cares about your offer, like you're putting something out there and nobody's responding to it. So price pressure and that feeling of no one cares. Or if it feels like the business is growing and it's depending more and more on you to deliver things, so the growth is completely dependent on you, that's a sign that you don't have enough systems in place around your sweet spot. So I would really encourage you to use the questions in the strategic planning workbook around the sweet spot of your business to help you hone and refine your sweet spot going into 2026. There is another key tool in the strategic planning workbook, and that is a tool to help you plan your profitability for 2026. So you will see the chart of the allocation percentages from Profit First in your strategic planning workbook. So this chart follows different revenue levels, and you can look at, and I encourage you to look at your current revenue level. Don't triple your revenue and look at your profitability, but look at your current revenue level and look at the percentage of profit you should be experiencing at your current revenue level and the percentage of owner's pay you should be taking out of your business based on your current revenue level. That is the profit and owner's pay that is hiding in plain sight in your business right now. If you are not taking that much profit and that much owner's pay, there's a sign, big red flag right in front of you that your business needs help. Like it's waving the red flag. And I really encourage you to join our Better Business, Better Life program so we can help you pull out that profit and owner's pay that you should be getting from your business at its existing revenue level. And I'll tell you, big hint, there are two pieces of the Tap the Potential solution that when they get put in place, they help you tap into that profit and owner's pay that you should be experiencing. Piece number one, we've already talked about it. It's clear sweet spot, having a clear sweet spot in your business. And piece number two is knowing how to hire the A players for the right roles that support the sweet spot. Okay. So look at that profit planning tool in the strategic planning workbook and identify the profit and owner's pay at your current level of revenue that you want to experience in 2026. You could look at increasing your revenue, and you absolutely should, and I encourage you to do that. However, start with where you are now. Too many business owners have this idea that we're going to drive up revenue and somehow that's going to magically translate into more profit and owner's pay. And yet the very opposite is typically what happens. And here's the crazy thing. So what we focus on grows, right? Well, if we're not paying enough attention to our profit and owner's pay at our existing level of revenue, and we are already underwater with profit and owner's pay, they're lower than what they should be, and then we start growing the revenue, guess what's going to grow? The gap. You're going to become less and less profitable and have less and less owner's pay, even though the revenue of the business is growing. So this is an opportunity right now to reach out for help, join our Better Business, Better Life program, and let us get you on the path to having your owner's pay be where it's supposed to be and your profit where it's supposed to be. And remember, that's what we do for our clients. Our clients are doubling their profit, they're increasing their owner's pay, and we're helping our clients pay off debt and creating more and more time freedom in the business as you go. So that's what our Better Business, Better Life program is about. So if you see yourself as you're doing this level of analysis and you see yourself floundering, reach out for help. Book a call with us at tapthepotential.com. You don't need to flounder in isolation. Okay, so the strategic planning workbook guides you through identifying what you want your business to look like in 2026. And then there's an exercise in there to write a powerful, compelling, vivid vision. And there are prompts in the strategic planning workbook to support you in doing that. You want to write your vision in active language. You want to cover each aspect of the business. One of my favorite statements to include in our business vision at Tap the Potential is what our clients are emailing me and telling me about. So I have this statement in our vision at Tap the Potential that I'm getting regular happy emails with clients telling me about their time freedom and how they're getting to do more fun things with their family. And they're having more money in their bank account. They're booking trips. We just had a discussion in our Ascension group. One of the clients during coaching time said, I don't have a business issue. I have a life issue. And my life issue is I need to plan some vacation for 2026. Tell me about some of the most fun places that you've traveled to. So our entire Ascension group got to really reflect on fun vacations and share to support this client in identifying vacations to take with his wife over the next year. That's the kind of experience you can be having, right? Like, what a good problem to have. Like, I need to take more vacation. I need to find some fun places to go. Help me out, people. So that's what I want you really thinking about in 2026 is, what do you want to be hearing from your clients and customers? What do you want to hear from your team members? Like, I love hearing our team members say they love coming to work. They're excited by our clients' wins and successes because they've been a part of creating those client wins and successes. So think about that for yourself. What do you want to hear your team members talking about, right? You don't want to hear them complaining at the water cooler about your clients. And by the way, if that's going on, that's a sign you don't have a clear sweet spot in your business. You're not working with your best clients and customers if that's going on. So use the strategic planner to design your vision for 2026. And then we're giving you a tremendous tool that we use with our clients in the Better Business, Better Life program. And that is the Tap the Potential Strategic Planner for 2026. So you can take everything that you're doing in the strategic planning right now, and then you can put it into action with your strategic planner for 2026. That planner supports you in breaking down your vision into quarterly goals, weekly action steps, and tracking your progress forward. So this is the tool that we use with our clients in the Better Business, Better Life program. It's the structure that guides the success. Now, I will tell you, the success of our clients in our Better Business, Better Life program is not just because of this structure. It is because of the accountability and our close support of them, because we're available for spot coaching and we keep them moving forward. That accountability is priceless, because you can have the best of intentions for 2026, but you will get distracted by squirrels. You will have crises and challenges that come up, and you will get off track. When you're in our Better Business, Better Life program, you have our support continually pulling you back to your business goals and your personal goals, so that you stay focused and you take action to achieve those goals. Those small steps forward, taken in a consistent direction, lead to big change over time. So thank you for joining me today here on the podcast. And I look forward to seeing you in our Better Business, Better Life program in 2026. Bye for now.